Well, Studio How To it started actually as a place just for workshops, learning how to make things with your hands, get people back into doing things that are tangible. And then we've expanded when we moved over here to Coventry. We started selling stuff because people would take the classes and say, well, where do I get the stuff now? So we started selling the fabric for our sewing students and the yarn for our knitting students and a few things in between, embroidery. We've got kits and some of the supplies now. Basically, we're kind of a shop up front and a fun workshop space in the back. You can sign up for a class. The classes are usually on weekends. You pre-register. They're kind of a set class. We try to keep them, most of them are a one-shot class, 2 to 4 hours. Definitely our classes are geared toward beginners. And that's kind of why I started this. I had so many friends that never made anything and were always so impressed when I'd be like, oh, I made my bag, or I made my hat, or my sweater, or something. Or I've made this quilt. And they'd be like, really? Can you teach me? And so I taught some friends and things. And it's just kind of empowering, just people realizing they can. And yeah, you don't need any creativity or special skills. You just kind of come in and find out that, hey, we're all meant to make things, and here's your chance. So knitting, usually if you're taking a class with us, we basically just kind of teach you what is knitting. We have needles, we have yarn, and we turn it into a swatch, which is basically like a square. And then we send you home with a project to kind of get you started. You can make a scarf is usually a pretty normal starting thing. You could make a hat. You could eventually go to a sweater, maybe socks. A lot of people really love fingerless mitts. You can make those pretty easily in a beginner class. Pretty much anything you want to knit, you could learn to knit. In sewing, in our beginner class, we actually do a tote bag, make a reversible tote bag that you can use for books or groceries or whatever. And then we even take you up to doing garments and quilts and things as well. We do embroidery classes, and that's a super popular craft right now as well. It's really, really easy for people who don't like to craft or don't have a lot of space or feel like they aren't really able to do things. It's kind of like drawing with thread. I think it's a really great craft because you can just pick it up, work on it, set it down. There's no real setup, cleanup. That seems to be a big deterrent to people, is I need so many supplies or I need space to do the craft. But embroidery you can just kind of throw in your purse and take with you, and doesn't need a lot of practice. I homeschool my 7-year-old, and he's here with me every day during the week usually. Sometimes he makes an appearance on the weekends. Come in and see us. We love meeting new people, and we're very friendly. It's basically me here all the time. I get a lot of people coming and say, I've seen your store, I've been walking by for a month, and I was too nervous to come in. And honestly, I felt that way about yarn stores before I learned how to knit. And I say, come on in. We'd love to at least chat. You don't have to buy anything. We just want to get you making, or answer your questions and find out what you'd like to do with your creativity.